What up, gangsters? I'm just kidding. What up, all law enforcement brethren? This is Tony from Tony's Figs. I am just doing a little update, a little kit bashing. Well, not kit bashing, a little modifications. Maybe not customizing. Maybe it does follow under the blanket of customizing. This is a modification to one of my law enforcement, the E.S.U. police officer for G.I. Joe Classified. This is just how I tinker with mine. Okay, I work with a lot of law enforcement officers. I work with a lot of cops. I work with a lot of firefighters. So, I'm going to make what I think his loadout should look like. I'm not bitching, I'm not complaining. This is Hasbro's iteration of what this tactical cop should be looking like. And it is fine. There's no changes need to be made like the ones I'm going to do right now. His loadout is fine. I have some questions about it. None of it's gripes. I love what they give us no matter what problems I have or what nitpicks I may have because I just do them. I make changes on my own no matter what. So what I'm thinking about doing here is that I have family in law enforcement. I have friends in law enforcement. I've been an EMT in a 911 ambulance for 19 years, going on 20 years. So I know what I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. I know what Phoenix tactical law enforcement looks like. I know what the regular street cops look like, and it might be one and the same. Unless you're a school resource officer, you might look more dressy. If you're a PIO, if you're a public, if you're, the officers that get in front of the camera and talk to the press, talk to the media, they have a certain dress they look like, with their nice Class A uniforms. Over here in Phoenix, Arizona, they're all black with their stripes on, their badges on, everything really nice. These guys are tactical officers, almost SWAT considered. So, in my mind, and then what I see in the streets with my friends and other officers, is their loadouts are a little different. I know that they get this sweet vest from Law and Order, and some silly things. There's his duty weapon is up here on his vest, like military. His sidearm, is the one that better fits the taser. They have his handcuffs that you use on other figures dangling from there. It's just silly, you won't see that in real life. You'll see them like this. You'll see him back here, but you'll see it have a cover and a snap. Most of the time. And then they don't use these nightsticks anymore. They use collapsible batons. So you'll see this gone, and you'll see this end up collapsing so short that it's like from here to here, and they just whip it out, and it comes out like a it uncollapses with the gravity. Boom! It comes out and it's silver. And that you've seen advertisements for that thing. It can crush concrete and crush a lot of stuff. You do not want to get hit by that damn thing. But these are a throwback to the OG law enforcement carry. I can't remember what the P24, P26. I don't know I forgot. Ask Bobby B. So this is kind of dated, but I think it's still in use in some states. So that's pretty cool. I might get rid of that for my guys. What's funny to me, and again, these are not gripes. This is just how Hasbro loaded them out. They're here for you to change. They're here for you to modify. They're here for me, Tony's Figs, to mess with. That's all. And I'm not mad at it. I have fun doing that. They have a lot of stuff that I don't mess with, that I keep stock. But I tinker with a lot of stuff anyway. So they have this guy with his tack vest is right here. Even we use radios and EMS that's like that. The mic is up here by your mouth, so you can talk on it by just hitting the button or taking it off and putting it more to your mouth. And then the radio receiver's right here. That's fine. This should all be Kevlar. This is all ballistic vest. The only thing that I really don't like about it, or that I would change is that this guy fits, this holster fits his duty weapon perfectly, right? Right. You can snap it down and it looks beautiful. It looks exceptional on Law because he's military police, which is different. My guys over here in Arizona, particularly Avondale, Phoenix, Glendale, they don't wear them up here. Their duty weapon is right here. If they're a righty, if they're a lefty, it's right there on the belt. There's where he has his mag light. Or more tactical cops, what do you call it? Higher risk warrant servers. They'll wear drop leg holsters down here, which this one is. But this one, I think this one does fit the. It fits that one perfect. Okay, so if you have that one, you're left with this, and the taser don't fit in there. It looks ridiculous, right? Right. Okay. So the reason I want to do the taser up here, his duty weapon down here, because your dominant hand. Let's say the homeboys are right-handed. The way Hasbro loaded him out is right-handed. If you look, his pistol's right-handed. He's gonna draw like this. Even his taser. Say if his taser is back in his holster that I took out right here. He's gonna draw his taser from right there. You don't want this guy getting confused. And in his training, there has been instances where law enforcement officers pull the wrong weapon. They pull what they think is their taser, and they commit with the pistol, and someone ends up shot. You don't want that. It happened to Kimberly Potter, I think. I'm not sure. But I think that's what happened to her. And someone ended up losing their life. So here, if you're right-handed, this is your dominant hand, right? You're going to draw from your waist or your drop leg. You're not going to draw cross-body from the tactical vest too often in law in civil. I guess you could say civilian law enforcement. Military, all day. They have too much stuff on them. They like an extra pistol right here, and that is fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to find a way to take this guy off, put one down here for his weapon. I mean, it's kind of already done. This is another drop leg holster from Stalker or one of the other G.I. Joes, and it looks fine. I'm going to put his duty weapon right here. So he knows the kill weapon is right here. The detain and incapacitate weapon is up here. So I want to put his taser in a holster here. So what I've got is another holster, which is kind of like that one for right there. So let's just say, so I don't have to cut and mod too much more. Let's put, let's say it's a Stalker's. Let's say this is Stalker's drop leg holster right here because it's got a spot for the silencer. Maybe the cop wants something else there, which is fine. Usually what they do, they don't want anything messing around with their sidearms holster. Like a sign. They don't use suppressors and silencers in law enforcement for their duty weapon. They don't need to. Unless they're, SWAT or something, whatever. So this one fits him great. So that's where I'm going to put his duty weapon. Let's see. Where the heck did I put it? Let's say it's this one. Okay. I don't want to be taking the other. Oh, there it is. So there's his duty weapon, okay? This thing is good enough. I mean, I have a lot of gridiron weapons, as you all know. But this weapon is fine. This is his semi-automatic duty weapon. It's right there. Okay, he's done. So now, and him being right-handed, his accessories are off. So I think I didn't change this one. I had changed him before, but it comes like this guy. This guy has his watch. Oh, I guess I changed them both. I changed them back to show you the mistake Hasbro made, but it's not too bad. But see, I'm right-handed, but my watch is on my left-handed. You want to do everything with, you want to keep all the fancy stuff like this away from your dominant hand. You're doing everything with this hand. You're writing with it. You're fighting with it. You're driving. You're doing more things with your dominant hand. So you don't want to mess up any jewelry, any nice stuff you have. So, like I put his, let's say his, maybe this is the paracord bracelet, but I'm not sure. So I put that bracelet on that arm and put his watch, his timepiece over here on his left hand. That's what my dad taught me to do. That's how I do it. You know, I don't know what you guys do. It's up to you. So, you know, whatever's fine. So let's go ahead and change him out. I mean, his medic pat. Let's say this is medic bag. That's fine. He's a tactical officer. Could be SWAT. You know, I'm not really using the New York hat on him. We're gonna change up his shades and everything. I'm even gonna. I'll probably cut this damn thing off in front of you. The only thing else I don't like about the vest is that this police on his Under Armour gear, on his whatever this compression gear he's got on, back here on his vest, it needs to say police. It can say E.S.U, whatever it stands for G.I. Joe Classified, Emergency Services Unit, whatever. It could say E.S.U in white. It needs to say that or police on the back. And I'll show you what we do. Okay, here's what we do. I'm outside. I'm at the car. Here's my tech vest. Here's what we wear on gunshot wounds and stabbings mostly. Here's my Kevlar body armor. In the front, this bad boy says EMS. Emergency Medical Services. That's the front of the vest. And there's my name up there. Star of Life and air pouches in there. On the rear, it says what you are. I'm an EMT, so it'll say that. I have one that says AMR, American Medical Response with the company. It'll say that. But you want it to say EMT, paramedic, the fire guys, when they're on the calls with us, it'll say fire. But police, always say police. It's just a Velcro patch that goes on. So that's why I'm going to change it. Or I'm going to find out if Bad Mother Tattoos and Customs has, you know, something decal with police on it so I can put on there. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled program. So now you know why I want that there. Everyone on their back. It needs to say that. It identifies you to the media. It identifies you to civilians. It identifies you to everybody. So, I mean, they gave us a patch for our company, but I mean, I'd rather have what you are. Medic, EMT, fire, police, whatever. So, anyway, I hope I can find one. You can go right here underneath that hole. Because the guys, you're not going to have a backpack. So anyways, okay, let's get to what we're going to get to. So what I'm going to do, this holster fits the taser perfect. I'm going to put the taser at a slight cant on his vest like that. That's all I'm going to do. Come with me on my journey. So let's see. Let's do it. Let's get a little terradrome in here. Where you at, KJ? So anyways, this thing is on there really, really, really good. And like I thought, it's pegged in. So I'm gonna warm it up. I'm gonna see if I can peel it off. Okay. This is a damn good holster too, so I don't want to tear it up too bad. I might use it somewhere else. So let's see. Let me warm his ass up. And make sure not to melt this thing. You just want to, this is heat gun. I'm just going to warm it up a little bit. That's about it. Now it's hot as hell. You got to hang it up so it don't burn you when you're working. I don't know how many times I've done that shit before where it burns my ass. So anyway, put him in here. Okay, he's warm now, right? Let me see if I can pull this bad boy off. And it looks like I can. You don't want to do it. You don't want to go too crazy. because you want what you're going to do to cover all these rips, but it looks like it's pegged in there pretty like I thought. So hey, nothing. Awesome. Loving it. Loving it. That's how it's off. So, okay. Got that sucker off. Let's take the taser out. We're going to cut some stuff on screen right now. Like butter. You guys see what I'm doing real good? Okay. Let's cut that off. Good. Okay, I mean, I can make it flush. It's got a little curve to it. Let me just slice in there. Make it nice. Chopping shit up. Gotta be careful with these, kids. You can cut yourself up really good with this damn thing. This thing is sharp as hell. So, be careful. You shouldn't cut towards you, but in model making and crafting and all that stuff, you do a lot of stuff that it's a little sketchy, but it's not too bad. Okay, so let me get that stuff off. Make it clean. Okay, now I'm gonna get my go-to glue I always use, which is Loctite Super Glue Ultra Gel Control. You can control this really good, and the reason I don't use Gorilla Glue anymore is because if it dries, if you overdo it and go over it, it makes it white, crusty white spooge. It's all over it, and you got to repaint that that stuff. So anyways, hopefully I get lucky, and this thing will cover that hole and what we need. Looks like it does. That's fine. And what I can do, I can even shave this down to where it's more flush, because you want it as close as you can get it. And nobody has to do this. This is me. This is Tony doing this shit. And all I want to do is make it look like more like what my guys wear here in my area. So they have it at a cant. Let's say they have it at this 45-degree cant for their. So now they know this. They have it this way. You have to crossbody for your non-lethal weapon. For self-defense, and your kill, let's just say your kill weapon is either drop leg holster or your waist. That thing's going. I'm not using this stupid tonfa anymore, or the tonfa, or the whatever you call the nightstick. So anyway, I'm gonna make sure all the surface that I got here, almost dropped that shit, is got glue. I want it all down, because some of it's not going to touch because of that cavity, and I'm not going to put milliput or whatever. I'm doing this in a hurry, just for the video, and it's kind of like what I do anyway. So you want to apply a little generous amount all over the flat area, so whatever it touches, it's going to glue nice. Now you don't want to get too much, because when you press it down, it's going to go past the edges. So I brush past that, and just make sure all that area has got that Loctite on there. Be careful. This shit sucks when it gets stuck to your fingers. So then, at a good enough cant, that's where it goes. That's where it's going to stay. And I just hold this sucker for like, anywhere in between 10 to 30 seconds. That's what I do. Then hold it really good for a while. Let that contact bond. Let both surfaces bond with each other, so it's not going to move, because you're going to be, I'm going to leave his taser in there. I'm not going to take it out and do too many crazy photographs or whatever with it, but it does look like it covers the hole with a little bit peeking through right there, but I don't really give a damn. Looks like my guys, I'm fine. So then it's pretty much bonded already. Let's see. It's kind of. Let's see if I can't. Okay, it's cool. Okay, so now this incapacitating weapon is right here, and it fits fine. So now there he is with, and it could either go with your cant if you want to make it. You can make it that way, more to the north, more to the south. It's fine, as long as he looks good. Grabbing it here, he can grab his taser and deploy it that way. And he's got his 9mm, 45 ACP, whatever, 40mm, whatever the cops are using nowadays. Usually, I think they've got 40mm Glocks or maybe 9mm, which is fine. I don't care. But this is what's goofy to me too. Nothing should be in the way of your right hand reaching for that weapon. If you wear this in real life, and I know it's a toy, we all call it, these are all toys, but if you're going to make something realistic, if you're going to make something as real as firefighters and law enforcement officers and soldiers and shit like that, I like realism in mine. What Hasbro gives us is great, and it's more than enough for me to tinker with and fix and do what I love doing. So I'm taking that off, and I'm saying goodbye to that loop. I'll use it somewhere else. So I go real nice and flush with that bracket and give him a cut. Bye-bye. If I find something else that looks like a collapsible baton, I'll put it somewhere else. And now this, a lot of them do wear two pairs of Smith & Wesson or whatever brand handcuffs. This guy has got this. I can't do anything with this. I'm not going to put that dangling bullshit on his belt. So this thing's going bye-bye. So I'm cutting that off so it's a solid belt. There's that. And later on, I can go as flush as I want to get rid of that big old bulge that he has in his back. Big deal. Looks like a pouch. Looks like something else. Or what else? What I'll do is, well, he's already got his radio here and his mic here, so he doesn't need a radio here. So I don't know. You can look up. You can Google any law enforcement officer's duty belt and find out what they got. Some of them got pouches for gloves, for nitro gloves, for their flashlight, for their cell phone, for their this, for their that. But this guy's looking a little bit more realistic to me, and all I did was replace. And this is a great holster. You don't have to do that. But because this is duty weapon, could fit in there too. Let me take this guy's. All right, did I already? Yeah, it's over here. That fits really good in there too. So I might to do the other officer, I might give him, take that off, take that. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have holsters galore. I have all kinds of crap. I've got all kinds of bins. So I need to do a review on my bins, on my fodder parts. If you guys like that, let me know. Hit me up in the comments. But anyway, what else I'm going to do to this guy? This will be, let me see. I'm going to name them pretty soon. This is a great holster. This holster is freaking awesome. I'm just going to shave it down so I don't have to later. I'm going to shave that peg down that's supposed to go in his tack vest. I'm going to shave it down so it can go on somebody's leg or somebody else's vest. You got to be really careful. This thing's sharp as shit. So then I'm going to come this way and get rid of that. And all this shit don't matter because it's going to go up against his leg, his chest. Make a shoulder holster out of it. Do whatever. I mean, this is a prime piece, a holster right here, because it's got his snap. It's got a secure strap on it. Dope. So anyways, what else I wanted to do? I'm going to take some Citadel silver. And let me see what I got in here. I'm going to get a real tiny badass paintbrush. Let's see. Use this one. Oh, the paintbrush. The paint I'm going to use for. I'm going to paint in shades. I'm going to paint these. None of them wear shooting glasses. They save these guys for the range, for the police range at headquarters, or they go out to the range and use their eye protection. So what else I got? I'm going to use one of these to paint his glasses. And this is art by Ackerman. This is my buddy Curtis Ackerman's own paintbrushes for customizing. And I'm going to show you. Here they are. Curtis Art by Ackerman. This is his action figure customizing paintbrush set. Paintbrush set. It's not his paintbrush shit. It's his paintbrush set. Sometimes I can't read. Sometimes English is hard, right? So you can get these on Curtis's website. I think you can get them on his, find him on his YouTube, find him on his socials, YouTube, Instagram, maybe Facebook, I think. But yeah, these are awesome. I got 2 sets of these. And on the back, it shows all the numbers, the flat brush, the angle brush, round brush, and all the numbered detail brushes he's got. A couple dry brushes in there. It's awesome. You guys can take a picture of that, and that'll take you to where you can purchase for yourself these awesome paintbrushes. Shout out to my boy, Curtis Ackerman at Art by Ackerman. I'm using these all the time now. Thanks, buddy. So I'm gonna do. You're supposed to, with Citadel, you're supposed to wet it. You're supposed to water them down. But for what I'm doing, I'm just gonna paint 2 little lenses. I'm gonna take my glasses off and see if I can do it on camera. Hopefully this video ain't running that long. I just posted a video up of what I got from Gridiron Studios. It's the tumbler package for the Hound. So anyway, I got this right. I'm hoping I don't make a mess. I just want a little bit to come out. And I'm not going to water it down, so it's dripping out right there, right? I'm going to take these covers off. I'm going to wet them up. And this guy, I'll clean that up after. I don't know why the pressure's still coming out. Look at that. Let me get him off. I'm going to give this guy mirrored glasses. It reminds me of John Amos in, that, was it Die Hard? With Bruce Willis? The Die Hard where he's like a, no. It's either Locked Up or Locked Down or something with Sylvester Stallone. Where, damn it, I forgot. I think I'm wrong, dude. I hear him calling Stallone, Leone. Come on now, Leone. Or is that Sonny Landham? Anyway, I remember John Amos having these mirrored glasses. It looked tough. Anyway, I thought I could get away with just using it out of the bottle. But I might have to water it down because it's not spreading that well on this. It looks okay, but I might do it over again. I'm just doing it on the sly fast. I want to make a mess, but I'll keep doing it over and over again until you get it right. But my guy here is going to be one of those cops that have the mirror glasses like, what you looking at, boy? You don't know what I'm looking at. Either going to be Oakley dark, Oakley black, or silver. Maybe I'll give the other cop the black Oakley look. Yeah, see, it's getting kind of lumpy. It's another mistake I'm making in front of you guys. But I thought I could get away with doing it like this. Just for the quickness on camera. I might go back later and wet it down. Because you really, with Citadel paints, you really want to water them down and thin your paints. Because look, it's looking chunky. Ugh. Let's see. Even something as little as this, you could tell that you didn't wet down your paints. You didn't thin your paints out. Yeah, I don't like the surface. I don't like the way it's looking. So I'm kind of wetting that brush with my tongue after I wipe the paint off of it. And see, it comes out a little too thick. See how it looks shitty like that? Time out. Okay, to hell with that noise. I don't like the way I was looking. So I went and I cleaned them off. And what I did, I put some water in this bottle cap. And now I'll get the Citadel paint. And then I'll mix it. I hate mixing with the brush I'm going to use to paint, but I'm going to do it anyway. From one mistake to another, right guys? What the hell is Uncle Tony teaching you? So anyway, let me put some in here. You don't need much. I'm just painting sunglasses. So, here's the paint. And then there's the water. So, it might be too watery. Like it is. So just use more paint. You want it like milk. Consistent. Consistent wise, you kind of want it like milk. So I need some more. Move it, move it, move it, move it, move it. It's a little too watery. You'll see how it ends up. I'm going to dump some somewhere. Shit. Let's see, yeah. See, you only want so much. I could probably get away with it. Let's see. Let's see. It's going to run and smear. I swear it is. See, that's nice. To get some more. Even go underneath. To the line. I'm getting way better coverage, guys, with the paint being watered down. Watch what it does. No, I'm not even painting. I'm just applying the watered down paint with the brush and letting it just lay there. Some here. Just want to cover the whole lens. And see, now I'm brushing it away. Get some more in there. There you go. Sorry I'm so quiet. Anyway, you get the idea. You just got to cover all those little holes on the underside. Let it dry some. And once you let it dry, it's going to help you out because you won't have to go over it in so many coats. Plus, going over it in thin coats like this, you do another coat over it, it helps. Get some more in there. Don't make it too chunky. See, I'm just laying it in there. No, now we want it really dry because you can't put it on his face because he's going to get silver on his face. So... cover up that shit that you don't paint. See, it's gonna look funky a little bit until it dries. Cover up everything and you got some silver glasses. See, it ain't too bad. It'll look better once it dries. So I'm gonna let these guys dry. I should be done. So this guy can have some mirror glasses. So I'm gonna set this over here on top of this guy. Actually, okay, I'm gonna set it down right where it is over there. Okay, cool. So now I had some water left over. I'm gonna clean the brush. Sometimes you can just clean it with water. I'm just cleaning it with water. And then I use my arm. I use my arm to dry the paint and get the paint off. So anyways, that's it, guys. I'm going to do the other officer like that too. I'm going to find another holster for his taser to be canted like that. There's his duty weapon on another holster. And I just made some more. So, you know, what's cool is I don't mind if, you know, his med bag has two straps and his sidearm has one. You could put something in there if you want. I'm not going to use like I said, I'm not going to use this guy. So anyway, that's it. So once I find Bad Mother Tattoos and Customs, if he has, oh my God, you're gonna need yeah, he's gonna need a white police letters to go back here, and I'll show you when I ever do get that. So that's it. That's it for this video. Thanks for sticking with me again. Please sure to check out my previous video for the Gridiron Studios tumbler package for your Hound. It's the doors with the missiles and the cannons. It's pretty sweet, but yeah, I like them. I like them better now because, you know, taser up here for the cross draw, duty weapon down here for your self-defense protection. And then once these guys dry, I'll put them on them. Let's see if I can do it right now. Oh, let me blow on it. Yeah, okay. Now he's gonna look killer. Cool. Now he's that asshole cop who's got mirror sunglasses looking at you. Driver license registration. Sorry. Driver's license registration, please. Give me no lip, boy. You're going speeding. Anyway, no, he's tactical. He's cool. And he probably looks badass too, and I put that hat on, even though I'm not going to use a hat. But anyways, I'm going to paint this guy's black, and I'll show you some pictures when I do. You guys take it easy. Thanks for checking this out. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.